Hey y'all, welcome back to Candle Pros. My name is Maddox and I thank you for joining today. In today's video, I have a January 2026 home fragrance empties video for you. I have quite a bit of candles, a few hand soaps, and not a lot of wax melts. I didn't go through that many wax melts this month. I do have mostly Kringle candle in here, I believe. So there's that. I am a Kringle candle ambassador. If you use code CLEANFRESHHOME, which I'll leave in the description box down below, it'll save you 15% off your entire purchase on regular priced items. So it doesn't apply to sale items, but it does apply to the shipping protection if you opt in for that, and full price items. So, and I do earn a commission from that code. It goes right back into the channel. If I seem tired, it's 8 o'clock on a Saturday. I woke up at 6:45 and I'm still tired. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. It is still cold in Texas, so that kind of explains some stuff in this basket. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I'm just gonna start off with the boring stuff like the hand soaps. I got through a Bath & Body Works Cookie Butter Truffle. The reason it looks so dirty is because it's been in here since January 1st. Cookie butter with vanilla cream and vanilla extract. If I'm being honest, I don't really remember this, and what I do remember of it, it didn't really... Lay down. I also have the 3 dogs in here, so if you see the camera shaking and stuff, that's why. Lay down. Down. They don't listen that well either. Anyway, so, yeah, it kind of smells like ginger to my nose on cold, or on like that, so, yeah. Next hand soap we have is coconut... Gosh, dropping stuff already. Coconut Angel Cake, which was really good. From Bath & Body Works, fluffy coconut angel food cake and vanilla sugar. This one, it actually smells really good. I really did like this one. It wasn't like, it was strong on the hands for a little bit, and then it kind of deteriorated like most Bath & Body Works hand soaps do. That's about it. So now I'm going to go ahead and move on to the wax melts just to get those out of the way. I actually just put this bar in the warmers. This is... all of my wax bars are from Scentsy. I am also a Scentsy consultant, so there's that. I'll leave my link down below if you're interested. But this one is Candy Cane Buttercream. Like I said, I just put these ones in the warmers. Or this bar in the warmers. This is really nice. This was my first ever Scentspirations collection they did off of Vanilla Bean Buttercream. They used Vanilla Bean Buttercream Scentsy bar as a base and kind of worked off stuff of that. So... hence the note Candy Cane Buttercream. It's really vanilla bean buttercream heavy with that hint of candy cane in there. It's not too strong on the candy cane, which is why I like it. Because I don't really like pepperminty scents. I say that as I'm currently burning Snow Walk from Kringle Candle. But this kind of reminds me of Snow Walk from Kringle Candle because... it has that minty essence without being so strong on the mint. So that's Candy Cane Buttercream. I will definitely always repurchase that as it comes back. Next one, I had this actually in my club and took it out. Sweet Plum Pastry. I did like this one. It does smell very weird to me on cold, but when burning, it wasn't that strong. And it didn't last that long either. So I was like, I'm not going to have 2 bars of Sweet Plum Pastry in my club. I like it, but I don't like it enough. And the performance wasn't great enough to keep it in my club. Yeah, it's just basically that. It's not a fruity type of plum, but it's like a bakery plum with like that pastry crust note. It's good, but I don't really get any of the scent notes on that. So that is Sweet Plum Pastry. Wouldn't repurchase it again. I mean... okay, I wouldn't add it to my club again, but if it came available, I might purchase like 2 or 3 and be content with that. Next one, which has been a catalog staple for a long time. This one's Luna. This one I really do like, and I will always continue to repurchase it. It's just a nice neutral scent. If you have someone coming over to your house that doesn't really like home fragrance, I'd say this would be a good, if you're into melting wax and stuff. George. This would be a good alternative if you have someone coming to your home that doesn't really like home fragrance. It's not too strong. It's not too light either. But it is kind of like a light to a little medium. And it's, like I said, a neutral scent. So anyone would enjoy this. That's Luna. I think they do put it in the floral category. And I'm not usually a fan of florals, so yeah. Next one we have here is Buttered Pumpkin Dream. Sorry, that was a little quick. This one, I love it so much, but it's not a good performer. I'm trying to stay away from putting things in my club that doesn't perform well. I might love it, but how am I going to love it when I can't smell it in the warmer, right? I don't just want to smell the full bar on cold and never warm it, right? So I really like this one. It honestly reminds me of like Fruit Loops, Fruity Pebbles, for some reason. I get that. Yeah, it's really good. It's a nice fall, maybe into like early spring type of scent to my nose, just because of the Fruity Pebble vibe I'm getting. So that is Butter Pumpkin Dream. I think the last wax bar we have in here is Dog Hairy, Velvet Cashmere Woods. This one, I actually really did enjoy. I love it on cold. It was a good performer. I might add 1 or 2 bars to my club. Hopefully I don't, but I don't know if this one's going away at the end of today. Today is January 31st as I'm filming this, so the last day of January. Yeah, this one's really nice. I might keep this one out to remind myself to put it in my club. Okay, let's go ahead and get Bath & Body Works candles out of the way. This one is Let It Snow. Love the label on here. This one is Snow-Covered Balsam, Rich Amber, and Sunlit Lavender. This one, if you're new to my channel, if you've been watching for a while, I don't like lavender fragrances. I just don't. I'm not a fan of just straight up lavender or really anything mixed with lavender. The only time I'm okay with it is when I can't smell the lavender. So as you heard, Sunlit Lavender. I get no lavender in this candle whatsoever. I actually do have a backup sitting on my Bath & Body Works shelf. This one is just nice. It reminds me of like a cool, airy, outdoor, winter day or evening. But this one kind of gives me more of like evening vibes. Like it's like maybe 3 to 10 o'clock at night. I know that's a big gap, but anyway, 3 to 10 o'clock at night. You're burning this candle because it's cold outside. This just gives you like that chilly feeling. So like if it's the heat of summer and you want to turn your air conditioning down to 50 degrees in your house and light this candle, that would be perfect for you. And that one's Let It Snow. I actually only have 3 Bath & Body Works candles. This one, did I accidentally put these back in there? I don't think I did. Snowflakes and Cashmere. Love this label as well. Vanilla Cashmere Cream, Caramel Woods, and Frosted Clementine. This one I also have a backup sitting over there. The reason it is so sooty is because I just let it go. Towards like whenever it was like at this point in the candle, I just said, forget it. And just let it burn completely all the way down. I don't know if it extinguished itself or not. I'm not sure because the wicks are pretty long, but all I know is that I let it go, and your candles, Bath & Body Works candles, who knows at this point? They might start looking like this, when you burn it for 2 hours. Their quality control is really pissing me off. Like, it's so bad. Penny, no. It's so bad. Their wick placement lately, horrible. There would be, like, one candle I saw in store, one of the wicks was, like, almost touching the glass. I swear to you. I'm like, no. I mean, why do I want to support a brand where the employees talk crap about people? Like, literally, my store. Now, obviously, it's not the brand as a whole, it's just the people working there at my store. But literally, talking crap about customers, gossiping, talking about how people drive through the parking lot, which that is an understandable conversation. But, like, I placed a BOPUS order, like, it's 30-second rant, I promise. I placed a BOPUS order, like, 2 hours before I went to the store. They were all talking. She's like, one lady checking everyone out with a manager and, like, 3 other employees are up at the front of the store gossiping about how customers, were like, they didn't have this and they got upset and stuff like that. And this poor lady was literally just checking everyone out. She's like, okay, I haven't gotten your BOPUS order yet. I'll do it right now. I was like, thank you so much. Just take your time. So I was like, I had like a basket full of candles. I was like, I'm not going to support a brand who can't keep up quality control and hires employees who just gossip and talk trash about their customers. And while customers are in the store, it was pretty crazy to me. But anyway, Snowflakes and Cashmere. I really like that one. Last Bath & Body Works candle I have here. This one I like on cold. Cinnamon Sugar Pretzel Cookie. This was from the Milk Bar collab. As you can see, there is quite a bit left in there to like this line right here. This one has fragrance notes of toasted pretzel, cinnamon dusting, and Sugar vanilla, sorry. So, I like it on cold. When I was burning it the whole time, that's why you can see there's a lot of wax. Amazing burn, by the way, on a little bit of soot right there, as you can see. The reason there's so much wax left in here is because I could not keep burning it. It smelled so burnt, charred, smoky, like it was horrible. It just smelled like a burnt pretzel, and I don't like that smell, I guess. So I had to extinguish it at, this point in the candle, where there, you can see that's quite a bit of wax I could have burned through if the candle was actually good. But it wasn't. So I love it on cold. I think I have one more, but I just didn't like it burning. All right, let's go ahead and talk about my one Caramel Sundays candle I finished. I finally finished a Caramel Sundays candle, y'all. And shocker, it's in the 40 ounce. I've had a 2-wick candle in half baked and cherry mousse for like almost a year. I haven't finished them. I have not, but I finished this 40 ounce pretty well. It burned all the way down pretty cleanly, no soot whatsoever. You can see the wax residue here. That's fine. Caramel Sundays is a 100% soy wax, non-toxic brand. Any of the toxins you see in other candles, not in Caramel Sundays candles, not affiliated with them, just love the brand. And this one was a 4-wick. They're hand poured in Monroe, Georgia. 4-wick, 40 ounces. This one is frosted gingerbread. Fragrance notes are baked gingerbread cookies, ginger butter, and vanilla icing. You really get not like a ginger, like, it's not like straight up ginger. It says it's baked ginger cookies, ginger butter. It really sweetens that just normal ginger smell up, especially with that vanilla note. Yeah, this still gives off ginger vibes, but it's not like your fresh cut ginger. It's nicely wrapped in there with the bakery and vanilla icing notes. This one's really good. It burned all the way down perfectly. There is some like discoloration, and that is because you can see in the bottom some wick clippings. That's on my part there. All the black stuff was like wick clippings. That's on my part, so that's why the wax is a little murky. But it also is murky. It wasn't this bad because I've been just throwing all these wax bars of other candles on top of it. So that did have something to do with that. But this one is frosted gingerbread. Love that one. Okay. I have 4 Kringle candles here. I'll save that reason. No, I'm just gonna... This Reserve Sweet Cream. Yummy. You can see this label right here. It's because I let this candle accidentally burn for like 10 hours and the wicks moved. So thank God I caught it in time. The wicks are not supposed to look like that. Absolutely not. They're supposed to be in the center of the candle. That is not Kringle candles bad. That is my bad. So that's why the label's kind of warped right there, because the wick was like right there. See? Yeah. Anyway, Sweet Cream, heaven on earth. Whipped vanilla cream, strawberry sugar. Hey, stop. Strawberry sugar, cloudberry jam, cotton candy swirl, crystallized petals, and sweet musk. A lot of fragrance notes. This one is just your vanilla, strawberry, cloudberry jam. You definitely get like that berry note in here, but it's not like a fruity candle because of that sweet cream. It's more of like a, not bakery even. It's more like a sweet gourmand vanilla berry scent. I love this one. I have a whole another one left. I need this in a 4-wick, guys. Kringle candle, if you're listening, I need this in a 4-wick. I know you have macarons, fresh baked bread. Thank goodness that was in a 4-wick. After I'm done with my 2 fresh baked breads, I'm buying that in a 4-wick ASAP. This one is so good, y'all. This one will continue to be a repeat purchase for me. Just saying. Hi, Lily. All right, next one we have here. And this is a trend with the Kringle candles because I trust them. I trust them to burn more than 4 hours. Even though you may not be comfortable with that, and that's totally fine. Everyone has their own thing. Cinnamon Apple Wreath is this one. Love the label. This is from the 2025 holiday collection. Ooh, that's a lot of notes. Baked red apple, cinnamon stick, sparkling mandarin, clove bud, mulled cranberry, sugared berries, warm woods, vanilla bean, and golden amber. What do I smell? A nice, fresh cinnamon, not red hot by any means. There is a cinnamon note in here. I get that baked apple, warm woods, vanilla bean. That amber, yeah. So almost all the notes in here I don't get, but I do get some of them. Perfect burn all the way down, other than my doing of the soot. This one's really good. This would be a good to me, it's not a fall fragrance. To me, it's like transitioning out of fall into winter. Yeah, this one's really good. So that one is Cinnamon Apple Wreath. Willy Bean. You little turd. Okay. Next one we have here. Apple Rum Cake. Once again, soot. This one has notes of apple, spice rum, dates, fruit, pastry, cinnamon, and nutmeg. What do I get? A heavy rum scent, first of all. It's heavy on the rum. Then you get like that apple, the spice scent. Yeah, really at this moment, all I get is the rum. And I'm not mad about it, baby. Burned perfectly down other than my doing of the soot. Man, this one's heavy on that rum. You get the, like I keep saying, you get the rum very first and foremost for a while as you're smelling it. Then when you kind of stop smelling it and pull away from the candle, you start to get that apple a little bit. That is Apple Rum Cake. I don't think I'd repurchase this unless it was like $5. Not really, but unless it was like really cheap. I just don't like it enough. I like it, but it's not like a love to where I'm going to purchase it at $31. Last Kringle candle. I just finished this one yesterday or the day before. This one is Kringle Cupcake. I know this is like a very controversial scent because some people got a scorch note and some people didn't. I'm in both categories, actually. I got a scorch note to start out with, like my first maybe 1 or 2 burns. Then after that, it was just pure heaven. This one actually extinguished itself. You can see from the wicks how they're a little puny, like barely even there. It extinguished itself. So, yeah, Kringle candle for the win. Vanilla cake, cream, spice, vanilla bean, and sweet. That's basically what this is. It's your basic vanilla cream, vanilla bean scent with, you know, that spice note. So that's what made this unique for me. Is I loved it so much because it was like a vanilla base, and usually vanilla scents I don't like, and like other people have said it's a scorch note, but with that spice note in there, like I said, it really made this one kind of unique. It did have the scorch note, like I said, for the first 2 to 3 burns, but then it kind of, you know, figured itself out and was good the rest of the time. That is all for my January 2026 home fragrance empties. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below how many home fragrance items you finished this month in January. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.